Just as I feared.
Okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'll like kind of just like leave it alone. Because it seems like there's been a lot of responses. There's been a lot of responses to the thing that I posted earlier about just like clarifying like that I wasn't involved at all. Aside from like giving feedback on the first draft and then getting the feedback that yeah, we're not actually going to address your notes at all. And I was like, all right, like fuck me, you know. So I just like butt it out, and I just like I've left it alone because it's not my project. So you know they're gonna make whatever they're gonna make. A big reason why I haven't said anything up until this point is because I know a lot of you guys are gonna be happy with it. Like a big section. The film panders to a very specific section of my dad's fandom that still lives in the fantasy, and they're gonna be happy with it. Just like I remember hearing about how Freddie Mercury's family responded to seeing the Bohemian Rhapsody film, right? And I remember like reading the Dirt autobiography as a kid, and then growing up and like watching the movie they ended up making starring like MGK, and I was like, okay. The thing about these biopics is it's Hollywood, so this is it's fantasy land. It's not real, but it's sold to you as real, and a lot of sugar-coated, like the narrative is being controlled, and there's a lot of inaccuracy, and there's a lot of just full-blown lies. And at the end of the day, like that doesn't really fly with me. I don't really like dishonesty. I spoke up. I wasn't heard. I fucked off. That's it. Y'all are gonna like the fucking movie, so just go watch it, go enjoy it, do whatever, leave me out of it. Also, something that like quite a lot of people are saying is like, she hates her dad. She resents him. She wants nothing to do with him. Because I'm not like calling the shots on set, being a big shot producer of a movie that's filled with just inaccuracies. That's not my truth. That's not where I'm coming from. I just prefer honesty over like sales and monetary gain. Like that's it. And I kind of just don't want anything to do with that. So I'm gonna fuck off again, and I'm gonna keep minding my own business. I suggest you do the same. God bless and Godspeed.
Hey guys, so this is not the review I wanted to do. Now hats off to Jafar Jackson. He really killed it on this one. He worked his ass off for it, you can see that. But as you just saw in the clip with Paris, his daughter, yeah, this is what I warned you guys about. This is the fantasy of the fandom. They hint to a few truths here and there, which I respect. But the problem is that the movie feels forced. Like, it jumps a lot to highlights of Michael's early career with the Jackson 5. So the primary story in this movie is basically his childhood racing, being in the Jackson 5, and then the start of his solo career. That's pretty much it. But it jumps too much, I would say. Also, one thing I really have a problem with is that the high-tone voice that Michael is known for is his performance voice. It's not his everyday voice. But the problem is they put it as his everyday voice. They put it as his everytime voice. That's really annoying. Like, the high-tone voice he uses for his performance and for his interviews and things like that, excuse me, he wouldn't have used that in his private life or with his bodyguard or with his lawyer or things like that. Most likely he would have used his normal deep voice, because when you do a high voice after puberty, it strains the vocal cords, so you can't do it 100% of the times. It's just not realistic. But in this movie, they make it out to be that he does his high voice all day long, every single day. That's just not right. They don't portray Joseph Jackson, his father, as a good guy. I really like that. They actually do portray him as pretty much what the asshole that he was. So I like that they didn't defer from that one. But there's so many things here and there that they hint to and then forget about. Hint to and then forget about. They show us his pets. We get a 10-second glimpse of Ben, his rat, who he actually wrote a song about. We get about 5 minutes in total, 5-6 minutes in total of Bubbles, his chimpanzee. We get like 10 seconds of his llama, and then they do a really annoying thing. Yes, Michael had a giraffe. Giraffes don't have vocal cords. They can't make noises. They can't make sounds. Yet in this movie, Joseph sees Michael's giraffe outside his window, and the giraffe makes a sound. I'm like, come on, fellas. You wouldn't have been able to do that. So, can I recommend this movie? For the people who love the fantasy of Michael Jackson, the pop star, sure. For the people who actually want the truth about Michael Jackson, no, I can't. It's falls into into another one of these. I watched it, so you don't have to. But not quite there. I'm right in the middle because there was some nostalgia in it for me. I did actually enjoy the movie, the parts that were actually real. Those parts I did enjoy, and again, Jafar is killing it for what he has to work with. Now, one thing to notice, and I did notice this in his performance, he is not as sharp in his dance as Michael was. I wouldn't expect him to, but it just, some of the dance move he does, you can really see that he is not as sharp and on point as Michael was. Now, is that his fault? No. Even dancers today point out how freaking on point and just sharp Michael was, that hardly anybody today can do those moves. And it shows he can't even do them. I'm not going to blame him for that. I'm just going to point out that that's what I see. So yeah, all in all, it lines up to a sequel. I kind of hope that they make it. But if this movie doesn't perform well, which in a way I can't see it does, I in a way hope it does, because I do want to see the sequel. But I also don't want to give out false information like, yay, this movie is brilliant, go watch it. Like, no, it's not. It is exactly like Paris said. It tries to connect to that part of Michael's fandom that still lives in the fantasy. And I'm not that kind of fan. I want the truth. I want reality. This is entertainment. Yes, it's not a biopic. It's not. It's fantasy. Simple as that. So yeah. Thank you for watching. If you watched so far, God bless you. Don't forget to click that follow button, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys.